thoughts are out the door, my words about to pour, my boots are on the boards, I'm gonna hit the ground running. My eyes are up ahead, I'm lonely in this bed, my home is in my head, I'm gonna hit the ground running. My choices have been made, my dues have all been paid, I gotta burn before I fade, I'm gonna hit the ground running. I'll be running when I hit the ground. I don't turn my porch light on.
Hi, my name is James Mather with thehuntblog.com. Wanted to thank you for tuning in for our last webisode of the season. Our goal at the beginning of this season was to get 3 hunts on film, put together 3 episodes, and we accomplished that. We had a really good year. For me personally, if you've watched the other episodes, my goal was to try to get a nice big mature buck on the ground. You know, I worked really hard. It was a long road. I had my chances. I passed on a couple of young bucks early in the season. Got a shot at a nice big 8-point. If you watched our previous episode, you'll see what happens there. But, you know, that's hunting. Put a lot of time in the tree stand. Definitely need to thank my wife and daughter and family for helping out to allow us to chase our dream here at thehuntblog.com. We got to thank our fans for tuning in, watching our YouTube episodes, and sending in their stories to the site. Got some great stories on the site this year. Some really big bucks from all over North America. If you get a chance and haven't already, go over and check them out. Leave your comments. Our writers really love hearing your comments about their deer. And we hope you enjoyed what we're doing here. We got a lot planned for next season. We're already starting our scouting, shed hunting, working on setting up a few new stands. We're upgrading all our camera gear and looking to get even more great footage for next year. And hopefully you continue to tune in to thehuntblog.com. Send us in your stories. Check out our webisodes. And from now on, you know, I've talked enough. You've seen enough of me this year. This hunt's really dedicated to the work I put into trying to get a big buck on film. And actually ends up with a little bit of success near the end of the season, a great end of the season hunt. So no more of me talking. Let's get to the action. We're gonna let the video tell the story from here on in. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.
There's a road I'm on, it's blacktop and gravel, it's a faded blue line, this road I travel, it is a well-worn path, it's a coal pot ditch, it's a brake man sleeping on a dead man's switch. Faster than a locomotive, tougher than the edge of the Rocky, hotter than the smoking gun, ragged as the road I'm on. There's a road I'm on, it's been cracked by the cold, it's been scorched by the sun, searched by the soul, and as a working back working.
Friday, December the 12th, 2014. We're back at it again here. It's getting to be crunch time in the season. Still got some tags to fill, and we got empty freezers for the most part. So my old man, Greg Mather, was able to get her done a nice big 10-point there back about 3 weeks ago. So as it stands right now, I'm going to owe him a case. So I better turn up a notch and get something on the ground so that I can get back in the game. All right, looks like it's going to be a nice night, right around 0 degrees, low wind. See if we can't get it done. Let's do it. was an atrocious display of shooting. I shot over top of that deer. I don't know, 3 feet. It was bad. I was trying to get the camera on her, and I knew where my shooting lane was, and it was only about 5 feet wide, and I was trying to get the camera on her and get everything sorted around to get the shot off, and I think I rushed the shot, and I thought, I don't know if I maybe used the wrong pin or what. Something obviously happened anyway. Them's the breaks, and if I'm eating tag soup this winter, that'll definitely be one of those ones you're going to look back on and kick yourself in the butt. Anyway, that's what hunting is sometimes, and the fortunate thing was a nice clean miss. Didn't wound an animal. It's the worst thing that can happen, so I gotta be thankful for that at least.
Good morning, December 20th, 2014. It's going to be the definition of crunch time now. About 10 days left in the season, still got our tags to fill. So we're still at it hard. It's a cold morning. It's about minus 6 degrees Celsius out there this morning. No wind though. Little breeze coming from the southwest, which is perfect for my number one stand over at the cut. So that's where we're heading this morning. So wish us luck. So it's about 10 a.m. It's December the 21st. As I said this morning, it's one of my last times to get out hunting. Still have my fat tag to fill and not a lot of venison in the freezer, so if it was brown, it was down. Actually had a nice, beautiful morning. It was just dead quiet, cold, nothing moving, didn't hear a darn thing. Talking with pro staffer Greg Mather, they were seeing deer everywhere up where he was at. Just about ready to get in the collar quits. I had to go home and get some stuff ready for holiday gatherings. And I hear some running, some rustling. Look up, and 3 nice big does come running in from the fields. The biggest of the 3, I stopped, let her rip. Muzzy did the job. Wouldn't you know, there's actually a buck that was following him. I don't know if I got any film of him. He's a young 6-point. He's not on our hit list, but a 1.5-year-old, 2.5-year-old buck. It's going to be on the hit list for next year. So got a little bit of venison on the table. Had some cool action. Hopefully the footage turns out okay. Let's see if we can't go recover this deer. Now I'm like 100% sure I heard this deer crash, but the first, and arrows looks good, covered in blood, but the first 20 yards of the blood trail, it doesn't have hardly any blood on it, and that's pretty typical of a lung shot. So it's something important to think about. You want to make sure you watch where the deer runs, because basically right now I'm just kind of watching where I saw her go and where I last saw her, and hoping that I'm going to see some good blood once I get up here. So something important to think about.
this is the kind of blood that's a lot more typical of a long shot. You know, once you get about 25 yards down the path, you start to see more good sprays like this. I expect that we'll see a little bit more. I suspect that we'll see even more as we get further along this trail. I mean, again, I'm just sort of, I know the general direction she was going in, and so I'm just kind of following along. And yeah, see? This is what I mean. So as you get further down the trail, you're going to start to see more spots that are kind of like this and like that. And you can see this is a spot where she stopped for a little bit. Really take your time and actually see where she exited. You know, it's a spot where she was stopped for a second. She ran a little bit of a circle. If you're not careful, you can really like lose track of where the deer was when you're tracking it. So you want to really make sure you take your time, look at where they entered, look at where they exit and where they came out. Whether it's looking at tracks or just kind of watching the blood and seeing actually where it's trying to tell you to go. Alright, and there she be. A nice big doe. See, as I thought, I made a good shot on her, right behind that front shoulder. That Muzzy broadhead really did the job. Put her down. Yeah, couldn't be happier. Some meat in the freezer. It's gonna feed my my family all winter. So there she is. Nice big doe. My first deer of the season. Couldn't be happier. Made a nice, clean, ethical shot on her. She didn't run, probably about 40 yards. But now the real work begins in getting her out of here. Anyway. Thanks for tuning in and watching the Hunt Vlog. We look forward to hearing your stories and look to reading and watching more of your videos.